with the history of people of African ancestry here in the United States. We're seeing it right now, the relationship of Black Americans with the police, or the relationship, with police and with the state and with force. It's really difficult when people are feeling as though there's an injustice that's been committed. And in some ways, they can't be happy because of this injustice. Or I could be happy, but the injustice exists. And maybe I just feel like I have to put my foot down to stand up to the injustice that's happening, maybe to me or maybe to other people. And I will then maybe take this journey, but first I have to do this because it's just wrong, to see that other people get things at the expense of me or the expense of my group. Mm-hmm. And that's a really difficult thing for people to overcome. And I'm curious about how you...
So where does a movement for social justice
this whole movement for social justice, it's not just like, I want to meet my needs. It's actually, I want justice. And so what do you say to that sentiment, to that sense that people have?
See, the need for justice is a very fundamental requirement within the individual human being, which manifests in the society either as justice or unfortunately a whole lot of times as various levels of injustice. Let me let me tell you something about myself. When I was like 12, 13 years of age, I started seeing injustice in everything. Within the family, there is injustice; in the society, there's injustice; in the political system, there's injustice; in the economic framework, there's injustice; everywhere there is injustice. So slowly I became angry 24 hours of the day, I'm simply angry for nothing. So this went on for a few years. Then I realized the choice that you have is this. Never is it ever going to happen. Everything will be leveled in the world and everything will be fantastic, okay? There will be highs and lows. Question is, how much high and how much low? How much injustice? We can level it. This may look like a compromise for people who are angry right now, because I would have thought so if somebody had said this to me at that time. But I want them to listen to me carefully, because this is the nature of the world. Always, within the family, if there are two children, one child feels there is injustice against him, for small things. And they will fight and they will be angry about it. Endlessly it will go on. The same thing perpetuates into the society at various levels. But particularly with certain communities, because there's a history of unspeakable injustice, now that anger is still finding expression. And is there still that injustice? Yes. But the important thing we need to understand is, there was injustice by law. Now by law it is leveled out. It is only a social level of injustice being perpetuated by individual human beings. This you're not going to change just by slogans, just by protests, just by going here and there, because that you could do to change the laws, which successfully you have done and it's fantastic. But that happened only probably 50, 60 years ago, probably in 1960s. But since then, now the law is level, but the society is not level. This will not happen by fighting, because see, if I fight with you, your walls will become thicker and tighter against me, isn't it? So it's very important that now the striving for justice must change its mode from the times of civil liberties moment, when the law itself was unjust. Now the law, I believe, if there is anything wrong I'm saying, please correct me. By law, I believe everything is leveled out. It is only in practice, because practice means individual transformation. Without individual transformation in a society, by practice nothing will change. By law, we have achieved equality, but now in practice it needs to happen. This needs individual transformation. When this question Laurie asked me, if such people are there, would you still talk about inner transformation? Especially for them, absolutely, absolutely, because when you're disadvantaged, it's very important. People can take advantage of you only in small areas of life. If they can affect your happiness, if they can affect your well-being, if they can affect what is happening within you, that's exactly what they want to do to you. That's exactly what they want to do to you. It's very, very important you don't give them that liberty. Well, socially they're placing you up and down. Economically, they'll placing you up and down, but in terms of happiness, if they see you're happier than them, then their children may follow you, not them.